Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you for tuning in. And today I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm with my good friend Chad.
From A Gentleman's Journey. So we actually presented it yesterday at StyleCon with Dave from Fragrance Bros, and what an amazing opportunity and feeling that was.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
It really was.
I can only hope that we get a chance to do it again next year.
I think I'm going to go. Depending on the finances, I'm definitely going to go again if I can.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you for having me over here in your hotel room. Today we're going to be talking about a fragrance that I actually wore at StyleCon. I brought just a little decant because I obviously couldn't bring my bottle. I didn't have any checked-in luggage, all in flight. And this one is by Profumum Roma, and it's called Battito Dali. Now, before yesterday, have you ever smelled this fragrance before?
No. I did get a sample from the Oswald.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget her name.
Josie?
That's it.
Yeah.
From Oswald.
Super nice.
Very, very bubbly.
Yeah.
it was from the house, but it wasn't the Battito Dali.
Okay, okay. Yeah, Profumum Roma, they have like over 30 fragrances. I think 35 or 36.
Wow.
Yeah, the earliest, I know the house was founded, I think in '96. The earliest edition is, I think, from 2006. And I think the most recent one is probably this year, or actually last year, since we're in 2017 already. And this one was released in 2011. Now, I don't know who the perfumer is behind any of these. All I know is that there's a very wide range of different fragrances, and they're all at 40% concentration, which I think is crazy.
So it's very high up there.
Yeah, I would call it
Beast mode.
Beyond that. I would call this an extrait de parfum. I don't know if that's what it's classified as. They might still call it an eau de parfum, but it is 40%. And you can tell when you spray it on skin. It's like super oily. It lasts eons on your skin. A little exaggeration there, but it does last a long time. And I actually came across this scent because a few people in the community were talking about it. And a very good friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, Freddie Rivera, told me about this one in particular.
Family.
Yeah, he really is family, you know, hermano, hermanito. And he was telling us, so I reached out to him and I said, hey Freddie, you know, I do want to experiment with this line. Are there any that you would recommend? And they had some really good fragrances. Like they have an Oswald exclusive. They have one called Sorriso, which has like a powdery chocolate vibe to it.
Interesting.
And I said, which one do you think I should pick up? And he recommended this one, the name of which translates to the beating of wings or the flutter of wings. So I don't know if that's supposed to be avian-esque or angel-like. I don't know what it connotes.
It sounds like a bird flying type of thing.
Yeah.
That's what my mind gets. It's just like a bird gracefully flying through the skies. So.
A dove or a crow?
Well, since my personality is a little bit darker, crow.
All right, let's go with crow. I would say dove, but what do you think of the smell?
Okay. I'm going to be very honest with you.
Please be honest.
Yesterday when I was sitting next to him at StyleCon, I got a headache. How many sprays did you wear of this yesterday? 5. Okay, because I actually had to text my fiance and ask her, can you please bring some Advil, whatever. I got a headache from Mr. Red Adolescence's fragrance because it was, okay, from what I was able to smell off him, it was extremely floral.
Okay.
I don't know if it was, okay, I don't know if it's like white florals, roses, but I felt like I was being beat over the head by a bouquet of flowers.
Okay.
To the point of getting a headache. It was very strong on you, man. I don't know if it was that, including the speakers behind us, that was adding to the headache, but yeah, I did not like the smell on you. As the day progressed, though, that's when it became a lot more enjoyable. Okay. Like, I still was able to smell it off Steven. It smelled good on you, but not in the first 4 or 5 hours, man. I hear ya. So.
Well, you're definitely right. It is a strong scent.
Okay.
And even with 5 sprays, I think you're really pushing the boundary. I did do a couple underneath clothing though, so I was like trying to be a little more discreet about it. I did do one to the back of the head. I guess my skin just works really well because chances are 9 times out of 10 when I do wear a fragrance, somebody makes a comment about it. And it's usually a compliment, but with this one, it is strong. So I do have to echo what my friend Chad said. So a lot of people might look at the price tag, and I think it's like $240. Ooh. And it's definitely steep, but they might say, well, you know, is it worth paying that much? Well, I think for a scent like this, you can afford to spray conservatively, just do like 2 or 3 sprays, and it's going to last you the entire day. So notes for this one, we have African orange flower, We have a little bit of vanilla, just adding just a touch of sweetness. We
I
also have...
I get sweetness. I get the vanilla now.
Yeah.
It's like a vanilla floral, but I don't get anything else. I don't. Maybe like a touch of sweetness, but it's a very feminine scent.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So, continue with the notes.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of cocoa, maybe adding a slight powdery quality to it. A little bit of coconut. But my favorite ingredient in this is, I think it's sweet myrrh. I know on Fragrantica it says myrrh, but to me it's more like a Papadax, which would be the sweet variety of it.
Yeah, I could maybe see a little bit of the coconut a little bit now, but it's mostly vanilla and a ton of florals.
Yeah. What I like about this one is, despite the fact that it has that African orange flower vibe, is that it's not, I don't find it to be too feminine. I usually equate, really sharp floral notes like narcissus, or even to a certain extent jasmine, ylang-ylang, those types of notes with being like overly feminine. So with the African orange flower, it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe like your favorite neroli scent, or it just accents the citrus that's in here, I think. But what I do have to say about this brand is that it's one of the few brands where when you look at the note breakdown, it translates perfectly. Like, you can smell everything that's in there. I know I can.
My nose is not as sophisticated as yours, though.
No, I'm not even saying that. I even had somebody smell it yesterday. I think his name was Gabriel. And he was a gentleman at StyleCon, and he said the same thing. He's like, wow, like I can actually smell the notes that you're telling me. But when would you wear this? What types of occasions?
This is, okay, if you're working in an office, more of a CEO, bit of a boss. I guess, like, if you're just like on the lower end, or like say the mid-level of that office building, no, I think that this is going to garner negative attention. I could see this making people sneeze.
Okay.
Because it's so strong. It's not because of the florals, it's just because it's such a strong scent. But I would say this is a very good formal setting.
Okay.
You know, black tie, tuxedo. It does come across as spring in a bottle, though.
Yeah, it definitely has a spring nature to it, the citrus and the florals.
Summer, no, but I think that this is kind of reminds me of a spring, just like springtime. Yeah. It kind of, like, what I'm gonna say is nothing close to it, but it kind of reminds me in a way of Acqui di Parma Mandorle di Sicilia, just because of the florals, how it's sweet, it's florally. Yeah. It doesn't have like an almond vibe like Acqui di Parma does, but it's just that this kind of reminds me of it because it's such a springtime scent. Yeah. So it's good. It's high quality, but this is something that I could not wear. Okay. Yeah, and I'm definitely on my journey of niche, right? So I'm trying to experiment with different niches. This is something that I don't think that. Yeah. And I do have a sample of from the house. I don't know if it's that or. Yeah. What, but.
And I do have to agree. A lot of these are like super bold. So if you get something like patchouli, like it is probably one of the strongest patchouli notes you've ever smelled. I know Arso smells like a burning forest. And then you have another one, man, I forget the name of it, Fumidus. Fumidus has a lot of birch tar in it. Oh. So this company, yeah, they go to the extremes with their fragrances. So I definitely appreciate your take, because, it's funny because for me, like, it was like love at first sniff. I smelled it and I was like, this is amazing, I have to get it. And yeah, it just goes to show you and showcase the wide variety of different opinions out there.
Can I say this on camera?
What is that?
And please don't edit this out. Okay, so I'm outspoken when it comes to Aventus.
Okay.
I think we could all agree that, right?
We've established that, yeah.
But I sprayed your wife's Creed Aventus for her on my hand. I actually like that one.
Yeah, it's good.
That smells better than this. Okay. It does.
You would wear that.
I would actually wear Creed Aventus for her over this. Anyway. Okay. And
well,
I'll say that on camera.
I think Creed Aventus for her is unisex. Okay. I do think it's unisex, yeah.
I like it, but that's a good quality scent. High quality, just definitely not something that's for my taste.
Yeah, I agree. Formal wear, upscale. In terms of seasons, I think spring and summer. Definitely summer. I mean, I know the compositional nature is evocative of the spring, but I would wear it in the summer as well, just because it's so strong. Oh. So I think in the dead of heat, this one will continue to last. But if you had to give this a final rating, 1 out of 5, in all honesty, what would you give it?
Quality-wise, 5. Scent, 3, 3.5.
Okay.
Three
Yeah.
3.25, we'll say. Since there's
I
quality.
respect that. Yeah,
It's a
I
good scent wise. It's just it's too floral for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not heavy on floral scents.
Yeah. No, and I have a ton of respect for that. One of the reasons why I wore this yesterday at StyleCon is because I have a lot of really good memories associated with it. So I decided to wear it to yet another good occasion so that I could sort of commemorate it, as it were. But I personally love the scent, and if I had to give it a score, and this is knowing that scent is completely subjective, I would give it a 5 out of 5 stars. It's one of my favorites. I think it's one of the better fragrances that Profumum Roma has put out, but they do have a lot of really wonderful fragrances. I'm talking about Cerezo, this one, Fumidus, even if you are on the daring side. I know even their Oswald exclusive, the name is escaping me right now, but I know that that one is really good too. So, Chad, thank you so much for agreeing to be on camera.
Thank you
I really
very much.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Hey, subscribers, please come visit my channel.
I am going to leave a link down below, so make sure to check that out.
So my channel caters to the everyday, calming kind of guy. So
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Thanks again, buddy. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for being on camera, the hospitality and everything.
I really do appreciate it. Steven's one of my closest friends, and thank God that our better halves get along so well.
Yeah. I'll see you at the wedding.
Definitely. He's invited.
Take care, guys.
Take care. Thanks.